Hey everyone, my name is Tonya Parham. I'm the founder of Like It Marketing, and I'm also the host of the show Like Being Social, where I like to interview other business owners to learn a little bit more about their story, as well as have them give you some advice that'll hopefully inspire you and teach you a thing or two. So this is actually our 9th episode of Like Being Social, and I'm super excited because I have a very special guest with us today. She is a daily money manager, which is super relevant to this month's theme of money and for the recession, right? So Heather Riner, she not only runs her own company, Atlas Financial Consulting, but she's also the co-owner of a local investment firm. And when she's not running her businesses, she's also a board member of 2 organizations here in Polk County. And yet somehow Heather has found some time to actually be with us on the show today. So thank you, Heather, so much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to go ahead and get right started. So can you tell me just a little bit more about Atlas Financial Consulting?
Yeah, it's a daily money management firm. After spending 10 years in the financial industry and banking, trust, investment, I just really wanted to be more hands-on with my clients, with seniors, disabled adults, and young families. So, and many, many more. But I just really wanted to be more hands-on. So I found daily money management to be my niche and a way to really service, the citizens in our community. So yeah.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So is that why you decided to start the company after a decade of being in the financial industry? It's just to get that hands-on experience?
Yes, ma'am. I just saw, people being taken advantage of in every aspect of the financial industry. So I just knew that somebody just needed people needed a hand to hold, to help walk them through it. If they were being taken advantage of by family or just a scammer over the phone, sometimes they just needed a hand to hold to, reverse everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So how did you come up with the name Atlas Financial Consulting?
Well, actually, it took a little bit of time, but when I thought of Atlas, it just clicked because I just want to be someone's guide to financial freedom. So help keep everything together, take care of all the mundane financial tasks, paying bills and keeping everything organized. So I could just be that guide for them.
I absolutely love it. And I'm sad to say that I just realized the name Atlas. That's actually really creative. So kudos to you on that.
Thank you.
So what top 3 priorities have you had that you feel like have really helped grow your business?
Oh, wow. I have a few, but the main thing that I thought of from day one is just to stay honest to myself and to others around me. So definitely you have to think of your goals and just be realistic with them. Start small and then grow as you can. So definitely put those in check and always remember dreams versus reality. It's great to dream and have that ultimate goal at the end of the day, but realistically, it's going to take you some time to get there. So if you have a setback, just hold on to that and just, use that to help you grow to get to that dream or goal. And definitely lean into your strengths. That's been something that's new. You learn a lot starting a business on your own. Like I helped create the local investment firm Avontel Wealth Management. But I had 2 other partners and then 3 partners because we gained another one. But being on your own and starting it and not delegating tasks, you really learn what you can and can't do.
Yep, so true.
As far as like social media, I'm not the best at social media. So that's when I would reach out to someone like you to help me and guide me along the way. So just be realistic about your strengths and weaknesses and don't feel bad if you can't do that. The other priority is definitely budgets. Again, be realistic with your budget. It's great to think that you want to join everything because it's great to make new friends and resources for your clients. But realistically, you might only be able to join 1 or 2 things or 3 things. And, maybe you can't put an ad in this newspaper, but you could post it on social media and still get your name out there. So you definitely have to be realistic about your budget and stay strict with it. It's really easy to lose track. That's even in daily life, like, personal expenses. Sometimes, you go on vacation and you overspend and you didn't realize it. You just definitely have to keep track. in order to grow your business. You definitely have to be realistic about things. And I also, the last top 3 priority for me was definitely to give back to my community. As you said, I serve on 2 boards actively. I'm the secretary for the Women's Resource Center of Central Florida. So we're in Winter Haven, and I think we just opened one in Lakeland as well. Oh. And then I'm also the secretary of the Auburndale Chamber. So it's great to be able to give back and connect with other business owners and community members. And then if there's any other volunteer opportunities, I jump at it. You know, if I have the time and the availability to do so, I'm doing it.
So good. So many good points there. I love those. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I guess, what decisions that have you made so far in your business that you think will make you successful?
Well, I have definitely embraced marketing of all forms. You know, and also, again, going back to my priority, just being realistic. So I know that cheapest can also be fastest. So, you know, by word of mouth, like, it's also great. Word of mouth is great because it's people gain your trust that way. So for instance, I just had a local advisor refer me to a client, and now we have, you know, a healthy relationship. But it was because they trusted their advisor, they trusted me. Yeah. And that helps along the way with getting, you know, I have to handle people's financials, and, you know, it's a struggle to just hand over, you know, your checkbook to someone. But I'm working with them for them to understand I'm working with them and I'm working for them, and I'm not against them. It helps. And social media is usually fairly cheap compared to print ads. And then your website, if you are active with your website, you'll be more likely to be posted higher on the Google search settings. So cheapest can be fastest, a faster way of growing your business. And also expensive isn't always best. Like I said, you know, for me, I've been approached by magazines. It is great. I definitely want to get there one day. It's just, I know realistically, budget wise, that's probably another year in the future. But that's okay, because I'm also networking and marketing. I'm going to all these events, and anybody, if I see an event happening with professionals that are in the industry that I'm trying to reach, because I know that daily money management is a necessary thing. You know, just for instance, seniors, you know, if they have a fall, who is going to pay their bills while they're in the hospital? What if they're in an extended stay in the hospital or in a rehab? Do they have the family members there, or is the family that is there, are they overwhelmed? So I need to connect with the individuals that would be in contact with those people, because I just want to be able to help.
Definitely.
And I also remember time is money. That's another lesson that I had to learn in a business decision. For instance, I had to create my own planner. That way I could keep everything organized all at one. Like, I do have the Google Calendar, but I just see that writing things down and seeing it is so much better.
Which I have to say, guys, I have to interrupt you, because I saw Heather's planner, y'all, and it's so good. Like, she seriously needs to like print her own copies for other people to have. It's really great.
I know. Yeah. Cause I was using the Google Calendar just for business. And I had another calendar for my husband and I to share, to know, like, when is he working? When is he doing a detail? And, you know, so forth. But just to be able to write it all down, I had to have a personal box, a business box, you know, a meal planning, mileage, all that stuff is all like within view. Yeah. And I also have a spot for notes too, because you just never know. Like, I just feel like my brain gets jumbled up sometimes. I just have to write it down.
Same here. I think that's everyone too. That's why I love yours so much, because it not only has like the personal side of things, like the business side of things that you need, but it also has your personal things that you need to get accomplished that day too. Yeah. So that's super cool.
Yeah. It's very important, you know, being a business owner, to take time for yourself, even if it's only like for 20 minutes a day, to just meditate, or, you know, go eat lunch, like actually eat a lunch instead of just eating at your desk. It's definitely important. And so when I say time is money, I had to learn that the hard way too. You know, if I'm traveling to a client, I charge for travel, because I could have been working remotely for that client and helping more people. And then, if there's errands and stuff and communications, you have to charge for that. Just because that is your time. It's valuable and you have a specialty, and don't be afraid to do that, to charge for your time. And also, time is money, because like I was spending so much time when I first started thinking that, I had to get my website done and it had to be perfect before I published it. I spent a lot of time, on my brochures, because I was doing everything by myself. And realistically, I should have just, gotten, a bare minimum website out and then edited it later, because you can always edit it. You can always make a change on your brochure later. Just get your name out there. Don't take so much time. It is important. And, also depending on your business too. Like I was told, don't even work on business cards, just have a little QR code. But with the type of clients that I take, it's better to have a physical card that they can put on their refrigerator or at their desk. So, just know what you need to do and how much time you should spend on it, and then just get out there.
Yeah, I think that's solid advice. I think I can even take that advice. I'm one of those people who like to have everything perfect, before like goes public. So that's honestly something, like an area that I'm working on as well. So I appreciate you mentioning that, because I think a lot of people kind of need to hear that. Like you can always make edits later with your website, even with your social media posts and stuff like that. If you want to make an edit later, you can. So definitely the important thing there is just to show up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And stay organized too. Like, oh my gosh, the planners help me a lot. But don't be afraid to give yourself that time, like an hour in the morning just to get your day organized, or an hour in the evening to write your notes. Just you have to take that time for yourself.
That's like, so I have like a routine with that. So every morning when I wake up, the first thing that I do when I get started is write my to-do list for the day. And then sometimes at the end of the day too, I'll like kind of brainstorm, okay, what needs to get done tomorrow? And I may even jump ahead of myself and write like the to-do list for the next day as well. So I think that's honestly what has kept me like super organized and being able to like reach my goals as well. So I have to recommend that to others for sure.
Absolutely. That's great.
Yeah.
I'm still figuring out my perfect routine, morning routine, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, right. Well, for me, I'm like, I guess I'm still trying to figure out, stop like writing so many things and trying to accomplish so many things in one day, because it can be disappointing when you look at your to-do list and see that you didn't get everything checked off. So I've been given advice from other business owners, which is to only write down about 3 or 4 like big things that you want to accomplish that day, instead of writing like a list of 7 to 10 things. It's just more realistic, honestly, especially with so many distractions and last minute things that can pop up in your day, what I mean? So that's something I'm working on as well.
Yeah, because I actually realized too, like when I write a list like that, where it's just everything, like only 3 things need to get done today, but then I have like 4 other things that I need to get done throughout the week. I've realized like if I have those extra items, it's harder to sleep at night until I get them done. So if it's there in my face, I feel like it has to get done. I feel the pressure. So yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
With you.
Definitely. And then, so one of my topics this month for my social media pages is kind of centered around, like I said, the recession and things like that, because there have been talks of it. So I wanted to ask you, like, do you think that there may be a recession that happens here in this next year or two? And if so, how have you like prepared with your business for that?
Absolutely. Well, I don't know. I mean, the financial climate is just all over the place, but just knowing past experience, it feels like there's one coming. And it's always good to practice your business as if there is one around the corner. So definitely make smart decisions with your money. Like I said, be realistic about your budget and stick to it. And don't feel pressured to join every single group or every event. It's okay to pick and choose, because at the end of the day, it will just grow your savings for your business and for your personal life as well. And that'll be a good cushion in case something happens, in case a recession happens, because you never know anymore.
I know. Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah. And investing is very smart. Now, I will say, because of past experience with clients, if, the market seems like it's declining and you're willing to jump right now, investments are called investments for a reason. Of course, be smart and contact your advisor to make sure you're in the right mindset and everything. But, investing, it usually comes back around and it's fine. So you should just keep it most of the time. You should just keep it and just be smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just contact your advisor.
Yeah, there you go.
I know one if you need one. I know a couple actually, but yeah, so just make smart decisions and yeah.
I like it. So I know this is really great information, Heather, seriously. So if anybody did want to contact you and maybe kind of like talk about this a little further or see how like you can maybe help them, how can they get a hold of you?
Absolutely. Yeah. So my email is heather@atlasfinancialconsult.com. And my cell phone is 863-272-2275. And then I also have a website. So that's www.atlasfinancialconsult.com. And I also am on LinkedIn and Facebook.
Love it. Awesome. Well, I'll make sure, I know that was a lot, so I'll make sure to include all that information in the show notes. That way you guys can reach Heather after the show. Also, I'll include my own information so I can be reached at, all the places: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. My handle is @LikeItMarketingLLC, and I'll include my information in the show notes as well. Also, if you guys like this video, I just ask if you would subscribe to our channel. That would really help out a lot. And I also just want to say thank you, Heather, so much for being a guest on the show. Like, seriously, this is really good information. I'm going to go take some notes myself. So thank you so much.
Of course, and thank you for having me. It was an honor.
Absolutely. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next month to give you the next social media, information. All right, y'all have a great day.